Nightly greetings, one and all. William Theo here, homegrown and happy to bring you the latest events brewing here and abroad over the 24-hour news cycle. Atop the leaderboard, professional soccer teams in the European circuit boast of star players from Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, among others. And they are a magnet for adulation from adoring fans and the ubiquitous press people on the hunt for a scoop. And in Barcelona, ex-Brazilian star soccer player Dani Alves and his accuser are about to have their day in court over allegations of rape by the former star player of Barca and Paris Saint-Germain. And vans and security vehicle units have arrived at the Barcelona court, which will try the rape case of the 40-year-old Alves. He has been in jail since January last year after a woman accused him of raping her in the restroom of a VIP area of an upscale Barcelona nightclub in the wee hours of December 31st, 2022. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak arrived in Belfast for the Northern Ireland Assembly on the second day of his state visit to the United Kingdom-held territory. His arrival coming at the heels of an election that put into power North Ireland's first nationalist leader. Sinn Féin's Michelle O'Neill, a pro-Irish unity politician, has surmised Northern Ireland will seek a vote of unification with Ireland before the decade is through. However, Sunak's government has assured since early this week that Northern Ireland's place within the country is fresh and secure. Roman Vishniak, a Russian Jewish photographer, traveled to Europe in 1937 to 1938 to document life in Jewish communities that would be snuffed out so prematurely by the Holocaust. His photograph served as the inspiration for Hungarian cinematographer Janusz Kaminski in the Spielberg black and white tour de force, Schindler's List. VOA's Anna Rice narrates this report from Anna Nelson.
I remember many of his pictures being born in the dark room, and this feeling of closeness to my father. I would ask him about the people in the pictures, and he would say, "These are our people."
The story of Jewish photographer Roman Vishniak is told by his daughter Mara Kohn-Vishniak. Some of the thousands of photographs he took are shown for the first time in this documentary called simply Vishniak. Roman Vishniak was born to a Jewish family in Tsarist Russia in 1897. From 1935 to 1938, he traveled through Eastern and Central Europe, taking pictures of local Jewish communities, not knowing that the life he captured on camera would soon be gone. Vishniak's photographs became the last documentation of everyday life in Jewish communities before the Holocaust. Director Laura Bialas spoke to Vishniak's daughter Mara and recorded her stories before she died in 2018.
He was in all the places where things were happening. He was in Moscow during the revolution and fled from Moscow and went to Berlin in the 20s, where everything was happening. The Weimar Republic was at its heyday, and he was there during, the Nazi takeover of Germany. A little bit after that is when Kristallnacht happened, and he was in Berlin during Kristallnacht. Then he's, in France. He's in photographing people leaving on the Kindertransport.
The documentary tells Vishniak's tale of how he lived through the start of the Holocaust in Europe and managed to avoid being sent to a concentration camp. Instead, in December of 1940, he and his family traveled from Lisbon to the United States. Here, Vishniak would make significant scientific contributions to photomicroscopy and time-lapse photography. When Polish cinematographer Janusz Kaminski was filming Steven Spielberg's Schindler's List, he based a lot of scenes on Vishniak's photographs. Because they reflected the everyday Jewish life it was hard to find elsewhere. The documentary's executive producer and Spielberg's sister Nancy Spielberg says the message is clear. If humanity does not learn from its history, it's condemned to repeat it.
I do think that the images speak to all of us. I think we are a visual society. We need to see it, not read it. We need proof. Everybody wants proof. And so this is proof of how inhumanity runs amok. And maybe it will help us understand each other better. Maybe it will help create some tolerance. Maybe it will bring civility back to civilization.
Documentaries like this can change minds and help remind people of horrific events that recede a little farther back in history every day. Vishniak is playing in select theaters around the U.S. throughout this year. For Anna Nelson in New York, Anna Rice, VOA News.
At this juncture, we turn to our colleague in PTV's Pine City studios for the latest developments brewing in the Cordilleras. Ala.
Nimbag Arabi, Pilipinas, pimusay ti babaeng investigador ti Tabuk City Police Office ang biktima iti hit and run iti mapaway ipil Tabuk City Kaninga. Napasamak ti insidente alas 3:45 idi malam kalman. Ti nakaskasa ang 4 a bulan a masikog ti biktima. Paawidon daytoy ang nakalugan iti motorsiklo iti dinumpal ti SUV. Nitaraypay iti Almora General Hospital ti policewoman ngem pimusay metlaeng. Nabati iti nakapasamakan ti insidente ti bumper ti lugan ang nagbalin alid dagiti investigador. Dagos dang impablak iti social media ti insidente tapno dagos met ang masapulan ti suspect. Pasado alas 8 iti rabii simmo kumetlaeng ti 62 anyos a driver. Desidido ti pamilya ti biktima ang mangipila ti kaso.
Siya ay taga Lukog, Barangay Lukog, Tabuk City. At ngayon, nasa kustodya ng police station natin. Siguro na konsensya din siya at nag-surrender sa kanilang punong barangay at sa punong barangay tinawagan ang investigator natin.
Kabiyatan na agtaltalinad nga undefeated ni Cordilleran mixed martial artist Carlo Von buminaang. Nagunod ni bumiang ti 4th straight win na iti 158 fights 50 ijay Bangkok, Thailand. Inabak ti team lakay fighter ni Si Jupong ti China baban iti arm triangle choke submission iti umunapay lang arikos ti laban. Agtaltalinaad ni buminaang iti bantamweight division. Nakaawat ni The Bull iti 350,000 Thai baht kas bonds na iti napintas at performance na. Dagiti damdamag manipod dito'y PTV Cordillera siyak ni Ala Sunduan na Imbag Arabi.
Thank you, Ala. We've come to the end of the show. We look forward to you all joining us for tomorrow's set of Late Breaker. Same time, same place on your remote and browser. And never forget to work hard, aim high, be kind, and give thanks while you catch the news right here. William Theo wishing you all a restful night ahead.